While WWE relied heavily on the hard-working wrestlers to become the biggest wrestling promotion, its initial focus was entirely on male wrestlers in the very beginning. However, we have soon seen women take over the WWE in the past decade or so, which has led to a women's revolution where the division is slowly getting as much exposure as the top male talent. During the 2000s and early 2010s, WWE was filled with women who were known as the Divas and performed for the company more for the sake of eye candy as compared to anything else. Some of these women became icons and legendary figures for the company and are still remembered today, while others tried to stay afloat after they parted ways with the company and have been forgotten. Here we'll take a look at 10 former WWE Divas who tried to make a mark during different eras and where they are today. Candice Michelle was one of the poster girls who represented the way the women of WWE were once seen by the company. During the time the women's revolution hadn't even been thought of, the former Playboy cover girl acted as the premier eye candy for the company. However, Candice later started training hard to become a better wrestler and add more variety to her character. She landed her first women's title when she defeated Melina back in 2007, and that proved to be her first and only title reign in her wrestling career, as she was released from the company in June of 2019. Michelle then continued to model for various companies and magazines, and also featured in Lillian Garcia's music video You Drive Me Loca, along with fellow WWE diva Tori Wilson in 2011. Candice is now happily married with 3 children and has opted to spend her time raising her daughters alongside her husband, who is a chiropractor. She has also stepped into the ring once for a final match at House of Hardcore in December of 2017. Known as one of the greatest female valets in the company's history, Stacy Keibler made her way over to WWE after the company purchased WCW back in 2001. The bombshell beauty was known as the legs of WWE due to her long legs, which became part of many storylines later on. She worked as a valet for the Dudley Boys, which brought her much fame, followed by the Hurricane. Using her wrestling career as a stepping stone into show business, Keibler parted ways with WWE and competed on Dancing with the Stars in 2006. She also tried her hand at a career in acting, but she did not prove to be as successful as an actress as she believed she could be. Keibler once again rose to prominence when she started dating Hollywood's finest man George Clooney in July of 2011. The two ended their relationship just a couple years later, after which Keibler began dating Future Ad CEO Jared Pobre. They were married on March 8th of 2014 in Mexico, and they now have 1 daughter and 1 son together. In 2011, Eden joined the company and was assigned to FCW, but soon after requested her release from the company that same year. She made a return to WWE in 2013, but this time she was assigned to the role of a ring announcer, even though she had spent quite a bit of time training to wrestle inside the ring. Even though she never got the opportunity to show the hard work she put in between the ropes, she worked tirelessly to become one of the company's most popular ring announcers. This helped her build an incredible following of WWE fans who still follow her wherever she starts to work. Eden married professional wrestler Cody Rhodes in September of 2013, after which both these superstars became inseparable. Cody requested his release from the company in 2016, and Eden would do the same shortly after. After leaving WWE, Eden has modeled for several brands such as KFC, Budweiser, and Maxim. She has also launched her own line of swimwear called Confection Swimwear. Apart from that, Eden joined TNA along with her husband Cody, where she competed in the Knockouts division. The duo now currently work for AEW, where she is the chief brand officer. Joining WWE as a part of an all-female season of NXT, Kaitlyn was ready to go all the way with the company. At the time, NXT wasn't the third WWE Network brand that it is today. Instead, it was used as an elimination-style competition, which Kaitlyn won to become WWE's breakout diva. She became a popular figure on the main roster, especially after teaming up with her real-life friend AJ Lee. She would eventually face off against Lee, and this is ultimately how she won her first and only Divas title. However, soon after, WWE stopped using Kaitlyn on screen, much after her feud with AJ Lee ended, and she asked for her release from the company in 2014. Since then, she has remained active in the fitness industry, and in June of 2015, she and her then husband opened a smoothie bar inside the Busybody Fitness Center in Florida. Later on, she also opened her own fitness clothing line called Celestial Bodies and tried her hand at WWE again in the 2018 Mae Young Classic, but she couldn't get far in the tournament. During the Attitude Era, WWE was looking to find some loyal employees who would make a name for themselves in the company and stick with it even when better opportunities would arise from the outside. Lillian Garcia proved to be one woman who became WWE's most loyal female employee. She started with the company as a ring announcer in 1999 and remained with it all the way through 2016. She was known for her exceptional announcing and her beautiful singing voice, which she frequently used in singing the United States national anthem before WWE shows. Even though Garcia was never a wrestler, she became extremely popular with the WWE universe due to her friendly character, which made her a top diva of the company. Her release came as a result of her needing to take care of her father. She announced on social media that she would be making the decision to no longer travel weekly with the WWE so that she could take up work closer to home and spend time with her father, who was suffering from 2 different types of cancer. Garcia remains active on social media and likely plans to continue with her music career. While WWE's Diva Search competitions were nothing more than model searches which required minimal wrestling talent, Eve Torres was one woman who was perfect in all departments. After winning the competition in 2007, she went on to become one of the company's most skilled in-ring female performers. She won the Divas title in April of 2010. She would go on to hold the title on a further 2 occasions, becoming the first person to win it 3 times. Since retiring from the ring, she has given birth to a child with her husband. Eve is also involved in the Gracie Women Empowered Self-Defense program, which is associated with her husband's gym. She has also continued to act and gotten roles in a few films and TV shows such as Skip Trace and Supergirl. One woman who will always remain in the hearts and minds of the universe is Beth Phoenix. Emerging in an era when WWE only focused on divas as a part of silly segments, bra and panty matches, and used them extensively as love interest in storylines, Beth was a beacon of hope. She was arguably the best wrestler of her era and probably the strongest woman to have entered the ring for WWE in a long time. She was on par with any male superstar thanks to her muscles and in-ring talent, and was also one of the most beautiful WWE divas. She departed from the company in September of 2012, stating family reasons. By that time, Beth had won the women's title 3 times and the Divas title once. The rated R superstar Edge would marry Beth on October 30th of 2016 after the couple had given birth to 2 children. The following year, she was inducted into the Hall of Fame in the class of 2017. Since then, she has made a single in-ring appearance during the 2018 Women's Royal Rumble and serves as a commentator for the company during high-profile events. There are very few names who got as popular with the universe without much wrestling talent than Tori Wilson. Even though Tori claims she never watched wrestling before getting into the industry, she was signed by WCW in 1999, after which she progressed on to WWE. She got involved in a few high-profile storylines, especially with Dawn Marie, and then later as a part of Vince McMahon's stable of divas called Vince's Devils. In September of 2007, Wilson launched her clothing line, Officially Jaded, alongside Nick Mitchell, a former WWE star who was known as Mitch of the Spirit Squad. Tori retired from wrestling in 2008 and ventured on many different paths such as acting, modeling, and appearing in reality TV shows. Over the past few years, Tori has focused on becoming a popular web-based fitness instructor and fitness blogger. After winning the 2nd season of WWE Tough Enough in 2002, Jackie Gaeta was awarded a contract. She trained and wrestled in OVW for more than a year and moved to the main roster in 2004. Initially, Jackie was aligned with Stacy Keibler, but then became a part of her future husband Charlie Haas's team. Both superstars were good in the ring and outside of it, but were shockingly released from the company in 2005. Jackie, along with her husband Charlie, went on to work together as a part of TNA before Jackie gave birth to the couple's first child in December of 2006. Jackie and Charlie now have 4 children together, and it's reported that the couple opened their own custom muscle nutrition and smoothie shop in 2008 in Texas. Jackie is currently semi-retired and is open to returning to wrestling in the future. Divas matches involved little in-ring talent and didn't last too long after legendary superstars like Lita, Trish, and Beth Phoenix called it a day. However, AJ Lee emerged and managed to captivate the universe to become a superstar to look out for. Her popularity led WWE to pair her up with many leading male superstars such as Dolph Ziggler, John Cena, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk. Lee won the Divas title on 3 occasions and was very outspoken, often credited for helping move along the modern women's wrestling movement by publicly calling out Stephanie on Twitter over the low pay WWE's female employees received. She married fellow superstar CM Punk and left the company soon after Punk was fired by Vince. Since leaving the company, Lee has been heavily involved in animal rights charities and has released her own autobiography titled Crazy is My Superpower on April of 2017. It debuted at number 10 on the New York Times bestseller list for hardcover nonfiction, and Lee has reportedly started working on her 2nd book. And these were 10 former WWE divas and where they are now. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching Wrestling Hub, and I will see you later in the next video.